Welcome to SolidWorks video 25, and in this video we'll talk about creating an exploded view drawing of the following assembly and including a bill of materials with that. So to start off, before I create an exploded view, I need to take this part and go ahead and explode it. So I want to right click on the name in the design tree manager and slide down and click explode. And in the previous video, SolidWorks video 24, I talked about how I created this exploded view. So the next thing that I like to do is go File, New, add a drawing, and add this to the drawing. Comes in a little bit too small, so I'll right click here, Properties, and take it to 1 to 4. And therefore I have my exploded view drawing. The next thing I'd like to do is I'd like to add a bill of materials to this, and so to do that I go to the Insert and I'm going to insert a table and scroll over to bill of materials, and the default settings here in the left hand window are adequate, so I want to click check, and when I come over, notice that it'll snap lock for me, and I want to lock it up in the upper right hand corner. Slide my part down, and so we'll zoom in here a little bit, and so you can see a little closer. And notice that by default I have an item number, a part number, a description, and a quantity, and the description field is blank. And so to add descriptions are a custom property. I need to open the part and edit the description in the part, and so SolidWorks has a database behind it that stores that information for me. And so the easiest way to do this is open the part through the drawing, right click on it, come up to the top and say open part, and then the part opens, and then I'm going to go File, and then I want to go down to Properties, and this opens the Properties window for the part. And normally the Summary tab comes open first, and I could add key information about the part, but then I can go to the Custom tab, and then I can add custom properties here. And if I want to go select here and then I click the drop down, I can see a list of custom properties that are all built into SolidWorks already, and I want to choose description. That'll be a text field, and we'll type base, and I want them to be all caps so that my drawing comes in all caps. The other thing that I'm going to add when I'm here is I'm going to go ahead and add a part number, because we'll use that as well, and I'll call this 100 SolidWorks 025-001 for now, and I'll click OK. And so that was the base. We'll close the base. Save changes, yes. I'll open the cap, and I'll do the same thing for the cap. Properties, property name, description, cap. Click here, and we'll add a part number. SolidWorks 00025-002. OK. Close that. Save changes. The bushings, we would like to right click, open, and this is really common that you open parts from within the assembly. Properties, description, bushing, three. And finally, we need to open the hex bolt. Again, that's much easier to do from within the part. Description, hex bolt, and OK. I'm going to close this part, and then we'll zoom in to our bill of materials, and we notice that the descriptions were populated in this field, and it's very nice, and they pulled through. Notice that the part numbers were not, and so this part number here, this field in the database, is not the custom property field. So if we can change this, if we select the field, and then a pop-up opens up above, and what we'd like to do is the finger, we'd like to change the column property. And you could do this for all the columns. We're going to change this column property. Instead of being the part number column, we'd like to go to the custom fields, or the custom properties column, which we entered into the part, and then that list of custom properties, and then there's description, part number there, and I select part number, and the part numbers which I loaded using the custom properties are now included. And I can also select that, and I could center those as well. I can also change the sizes of the columns, and so if I want to clean it up a little bit or need a little bit more room on my drawing, I can clean it up. And then if I'd like to re-anchor it, if I grab the corner here, then I can re-anchor it, and then hit the F key, and I have an exploded view with a bill of materials with a list of item numbers. However, these item numbers aren't necessarily linked to the part, and so how do I know what item numbers go with the part? And so I can take care of that by adding balloons to the drawing. And if I go to the animations ribbon, click the animation ribbon, and then click the auto balloon, it automatically adds balloons to my drawing. And then click, and there's different types of balloons too. You can see here on the left hand the layout and how you want them laid out. And I'll just go with the default of the balloon layout square for the auto balloon. Click check. And now what I'd like to do is I'd like to go through and edit these balloons and make the leaders 30 to 60 degrees. And if I need to, sometimes you'll need to zoom in and then move the location of the leaders maybe out to an edge, or they look a little bit nicer. And so that one looks pretty. This 4 we can probably zoom in and fix a little bit and take from this part and drop it onto, and they have to be connected to the part. That's the other piece. So you can't drop the leader out into space, and we'd like to clean it up. And the rule of thumb is that 1, it should be aesthetically pleasing, and 2, that the leader should be 30 to 60 degrees. And so maybe bring that one in a little bit, and bring this one in a little bit, and try to get the leader so that they have the same. Notice here that this leader style got changed for some reason. So if I select the leader box pops up in the left hand. If I go down here to more properties, then I can change the leader style back to what we've had previously, and then click enter, and then it's good to go. And then click off, and it looks good. The part probably could use a little bit centering to the right, and then I could update the drawing title block, and it'd be good to go. So creating exploded view parts with bill of materials is not that difficult in SolidWorks. The important part is to remember that certain information comes through from the database that's generated behind the scenes in SolidWorks, and I can edit that by opening the parts.